Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Okay, got a really unusual car to show you today. This is a 2021 on a 71 plate Mazda MX-30. This car's in the GT Sport Tech trim, finished in a colour called ceramic metallic, which is a really lovely colour, sort of almost in between a white and a silver. It's very unusual, very different. And bear in mind, this is MX-30 is Mazda's first attempt or first crack at the whip of an all-electric car. I actually think the colour really suits it. Kind of, in my opinion, makes it look a little bit more like an electric car. It's the kind of colour you'd expect to see on a car like this. Now, this is a car that our dealership knows very well, and a car that I know very well personally. So I sold this car back in 2021 to one of our company's directors. She has made use of it from day one. So the car has done about 8,500 miles now, and it was, I think, registered in either the October or the November of 21. And she's recently just changed the car, so the vehicle's found its way back to us. Delighted to be able to offer it for sale. They don't come to the used market that often, and you don't tend to see loads of them on the used market. I think Mazda bought something like 2, maybe 3,000 of them in last year when the car sort of first hit the market, and sold for all of those, and now they're taking factory orders for new ones as well. So vehicle's all electric, as mentioned. It will take AC and DC current, so you can put these on a rapid charger. I'll show you the charging point as we walk around to the side of the car. So you've got this flap here. As long as the car's unlocked, you just press on it and open it up. And you've got your sort of standard cover. This is where you can plug it into even a 3-pin plug at home if you want to, or pretty much every AC charger. But if you have a DC charger, you've got this point at the bottom here, where it'll take a lot more power and charge a lot faster. It's a bit of a hot topic around charging of electric cars, because I think the general consensus is charge them as slowly as you possibly can to prolong the life of the batteries. And I do know for a fact that our director that had this was conventionally plugging it into 3-pin plug overnight, and you can do a full charge like that. It does take a long time, but you can do a full and complete empty to full charge as long as you do it overnight. I think it takes something like 12 or 13 hours to do it that way, but it is the best thing to do to preserve the life of the battery. The specification of a GT Sport is very comprehensive. I'll talk you around that as we go through, but wanted to just take a moment to show you the condition of the car. It's been very well looked after. It's just been washed and hoovered this afternoon, so we can get the car online as quick as possible. It will be fully valeted before it leaves us. I have noted one tiny little bit of damage, which I'll show you around the side. It's just on a wheel arch on the textured trim. Now, the beauty of these cars is because you have all this sort of black textured plastic all up the side here, you never tend to get a car park dent on them, because those bits of trim stick out a bit further. And as you'll see here, this is the only bit that I've noted, a tiny little bit of plastic there. It's clearly been caught on something, but you can replace these at a very minimal cost. I think there's something like 60 or 70 pounds a panel, not even that much. It's probably a little bit less to us. So yeah, nice and easy thing to replace. If I take you around, I'll show you the inside of the car now as well, and show you the boot size too. And yeah, our director previously had a rubber liner in it, which we've washed and vacuumed using the oil as you'd expect. We do have a rear camera on these, and that does actually include a 360-degree view camera, which I'll show you in a moment. And again, being a GT, you get this really nice dark leather interior with all the sort of brown across it, and you do get an electric adjust seat. So that includes lumbar support. You notice you've got front, back, tip of the seat, and a lumbar adjustment there as well. And I don't know if you saw actually, as I walked up to it, the way the doors open. So they're on a suicide style hinge. There's a little handle which you pull here, and that opens the door up into the back. So come through, and you've got same finish of the interior there, and the door opens on that full, so almost like a full 90-degree really. So access is still very good. Driving seat is in my position, so actually if you just nudge that forward, and you're able to get in and out with a decent amount of space. And the rear occupants does actually have controls to be able to move the seat forward. So though to press this, the whole seat moves away, which is good. One of the other features that you have with a GT Sport, just shut myself in so I can show you, is the all-important Bose Stereo. Mazda have a fantastic relationship with Bose, and this car is no different. The stereo system is built specifically for this vehicle. Like all modern Mazdas, there's a push button start here. Just have to put your foot on the brake, tap that button one time, and of course there's no noise. Car is completely silent on startup, as you'd expect for an all-electric car. It does feel a little bit weird the first time you do that, but you do get used to it. You have this really nice sort of digital display in here. You'll notice it's acknowledging that we're in a 30-mile-an-hour speed zone. We do have a head-up display, which you can just see here in the windscreen. It'll focus on my finger there, but it projects your speed you're doing on there and speed signs of the area you're in, so you can see whether you're over the limit or not. You've got Mazda's multimedia system here. Now, I mentioned that this is a GT Sport, so it has a 360-degree view camera. You get that lovely bird's eye view image. And as you can see, actually, because I'm just sticking out of a parking space, you can see the white lines either side. And I will just reverse it a little bit so you can see. You'll just see it's actually really easy to get it right between the lines. Much easier than you'd expect. And you've got no excuse for not parking straight when you've got a 360-degree view camera. Of course, you have DAB digital radio, Bluetooth audio streaming, everything that you could expect of a modern car. You do have USB connectivity as well. God, that came through a bit loud, sorry. And you have integrated navigation as well. There's a whole host of settings that you can control from the car as well. Things like what percentage you want the battery to charge up to, settings for the stereo, all sorts of things. Now, worth mentioning while we're in there for electric vehicle settings, the car has a range of something in the region of 120 to 140 miles, dependent on the type of driving you're doing. You'll notice now it's showing 67% battery, and you have like a conventional fuel gauge just over there, and a range of 84 miles. So actually, when it's fully charged, you're going to be doing around 120 or so, which is more than enough for sort of standard commutes. If you could live with plugging it in every couple of days, you're going to be more than comfortable. And you'll see here the car has been doing 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour. That's the electric car equivalent of miles per gallon, and a pretty good one at that, actually. Worth mentioning as well, actually, there's a protector still on the screen here, so although this looks really dirty and worn, you can actually take this off and you've got a spotless screen underneath, which is good. Really nice sort of chunky shifter, and being electric, you just have reverse, neutral, drive and park. It's that simple. And the moment you make your selection, you're ready to go. Put it back up into park. Do have an electronic handbrake. You just have to have your foot on the brake. You might have even been able to hear that because the car's so quiet. Press it down to take it off, lift it back up to put it on. Really is that simple. You have this sort of main command button here to control the stereo and the multimedia up here, and your volume switch down here as well. Cup holders down here. You'll notice the top surface of this is actually a cork. This is a nod to Mazda, as they started their life as a cork manufacturer, which that was news to me when this car came out. You have steering wheel controls for Bluetooth, hands-free phone, cruise control, which includes like a radar guided cruise control and steering control. So it's got that lane departure warning and lane keep assist system. So if you cross over a white line without indicating, the car will actually steer you back into your lane as well. Something I'm a fan of, I say it in all my videos, I love a dark headliner. I think it looks really premium and very quality. And actually, when you put your interior lights on as well, don't know if the camera will pick this up, but they are LED, so they look so much smarter. And you get a tilt and slide electric sunroof as well. It's a very rare thing with a modern car. Just going to turn the ignition off. Worth mentioning, the electric seat does have a memory function. Didn't cover that earlier. So just up here, you've got buttons so you can save permission for driver 1 and for driver 2. I think that is pretty much everything. The car's available at TW White & Sons in Bookham. Very scarce to come to market, these cars. Being an all-electric vehicle, they are road tax exempt as well. And this isn't one of the vehicles that costs more than £40,000, so you don't have to pay a supplement for it. It is totally tax-free to be on the road. We are a Mazda main dealer, and we accept part exchanges from all makes and models, all mileages, manufacturers, everything considered. We're very competitive buyers of used cars. So if you are contemplating selling your existing car, do give us a call. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to speak to you soon. Cheers then. Bye.